on the third hit, he died. And you can see we just cycle randomly through levels, and it's sort of just a quick little arcade beat 'em up. I sort of imagine this game as the sort of game you'd play when you're on the bus with a friend or on the tube. You don't have any internet access, maybe because you're underground, and it's too much of a hassle on mobile to try and organize a multiplayer game. I love local multiplayer, right? Like, my greatest gaming memories come from playing Halo and like 2-player Tony Hawk, around the same television. And I feel like the game industry is moving towards online multiplayer and mobile, and neither of those truly capture that local multiplayer feeling. So that this is my attempt at recreating the gem of local multiplayer from my childhood. Yeah, it's just the bar at the moment, but I think I'm going to need to probably, I think I'm going to need to update the score area here. So like, I'm going to put maybe some star icons to make it obvious that when you collect stars, they're actually contributing to this bar. And when you get hurt, I want animations. Well, no one's playing split screen on mobile. That's the point. Literally no one, because there's nothing out there. I've looked myself. If there was a good local multiplayer game for mobile, I'd probably have bought it by now. Yeah, so I think the timer is probably not obvious enough. We probably could move the timer to this black bar and count down here. Alternatively, we could bring the scores down the bottom as well, into the corners. I don't know. I think maybe having the health bars up here makes sense. We've definitely got the space, this inventory space, that we could be using better. We could also maybe be expanding these buttons out a little bit. There's also a feature on the mobile app that you can actually drag on the shoot button and it gets bigger, so you can aim. Okay, so let's test our lateral movement, shall we? Oh, we forgot to enable the damn detectors, did we? No. Interesting. So why are we not colliding? Okay, so let's do it 100 times this value and see if we're actually getting a value. Huh, was that accelerating us? Oh, it's accelerating us in the wrong direction. I got my maths wrong. Again. So that's supposed to be negative and that's supposed to be positive. Wait, what? Oh, they were both positive. That was my mistake. Okay, so that wasn't the math. Wait, hold on. I don't think I fixed that. Hold on. Take it easy, robotic head. Okay. So for some reason we're applying our central force in the wrong direction. What? Should be the x-axis, surely. Huh. That's really confusing. What? X-axis, surely, right? Like central impulse. So, okay, I don't understand that at all. The direction of the x-axis. I mean, we could just flip it round. I mean, that will work, but I don't understand why it's working. Because, like, right, we've got x, so 0, 0, pointing up, 0, 0, like the ships are pointing upwards, right? Their node, we consider the direction of up to be up. Sorry, yeah, to be 0, right? And so that means that to move forward, you're moving negatively on the y-axis. And so the lateral wall corrections need to be happening on the x-axis. So why on earth it's doing that? I just don't understand. Unless it's, it could be the way that these multiplications are operating with the type system. So I guess we're saying, like, if the left wall is colliding, we want to move negatively on the x. Otherwise, we want to move positively, and then we apply a central impulse, right? And we don't need 0 here. Huh. And we can actually extract this into a function. Although, no, it's not worth it. I don't know whether I'm trying to optimize for CPU or memory at this point. I think video memory is the main issue on Android. Okay, so if I nudge, there we go. I get a gentle nudge away from the wall, right? I wonder if we want to actually cast those rays from the nose of the ship. Right? So if we grab these wall detectors and we we transform that up there to the nose of the ship, I think that's going to be a more accurate change. I'm a cat because I was born a cat. Don't body shame me. I'm a cat trying to make it in a human world. A cruel, cruel human world that favors the bipedal and the mammalian. It is so weird. Okay, so there's a bit of a bounce there. No, okay, so for some reason that's now, it's pulling me into Interesting. So that's now essentially locking me into the wall. That's the opposite of what I wanted. It's quite an interesting mechanic, though. I might use this in another game, but... Least fun game on the App Store. Corner battles. Do you like corners? Well, spend the rest of your gaming life stuck in a corner. Wall huggers. I love that. Wall huggers. It's so weird. Why is that happening? Are our left and right the correct way around? Yeah. Of course, with a Z. All right, so let's log out the vector with which we are applying our lateral wall correction, shall we? And figure out what's going wrong. So let's just print this off and say lateral correction, right? And that's going to be equal to our vector 2 of the direction. How on earth? How on earth is that affecting the y-axis? Oh, our back thrust multiplier is negative. That's why. Okay. So this needs to be our negative integer. And we just flip these around actually. Right? Okay, so it's actually nudging, interestingly, it's nudging us into the wall from the center point. That's quite odd. That is quite odd. Let's give it a go. Okay, we're just getting a 0-0 now. I'm not liking this lateral wall correction at all. It's feeling really weird. Okay, so that's working on the left-hand side. It's because it's negative, that's why. Oh man. In terms of resources, honestly, I think the best resource in Godot is the engine itself. Okay? So look at the script thing. Just search. Look at all the stuff you've got. You've got cameras, you've got pop-ups, you've got... Just have a play with the nodes. Like, just, right? Figure out, play with all the different things you can do, right? And when you get stuck, right, just double click and you've got all of the documentation right there, right? And then in terms of YouTube tutorials,